Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to a brand new Division video. What if guys, today is my 60% critical hit chance assault rifle build. Now I know these build videos are very popular with some machine guns, but I'm going to show you guys how you can get it on assault rifles. It's really simple, really easy, and you can get it done in a matter of an hour of pretty much grinding for gear. So if you guys do enjoy this, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and let's get right into this build. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys are my abilities. Now I went with something a bit different. Instead of using the normal tactical scanner pulse or something like conceal or anything like that, I went with actually a recon pack. Now the reason for that is because the cooldown on it is way faster than any other pulse. You guys can see 47.40 seconds, 43.10 seconds, and this one is actually 32.40 seconds, and that is a big difference if you want to stack your critical hit chance. Now for my other ability, I went with booster shots. You guys can go with something like overdose or anything you want, even a support station, whatever you want, you can go with it. Moving on to the build, so this is actually the build I'm rocking with. You guys can see 4 alpha bridge, a rapid chest piece, and savage gloves. And this is pretty much how I get 60% critical hit chance, even more, because the savage gloves 7%. So technically I do have around 67% critical hit chance, but you know, it is what it is. Moving on to the weapon that I'm actually using with this setup is a lightweight M4. For my base damage, I'm sitting at 22.3k, 18% enemy armor damage, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Now for the talents, I do have competent, vicious, fierce, and adept. You want these weapon talents. Without these weapon talents, I don't think this build is possible. Maybe it is, I haven't tried it, I just, got these talents and I made this build. Maybe you can do it without fierce, maybe you could do it without vicious. But like I said, I'm not too sure. So you want anything that possibly increases your critical hit chance on your gun, so you get as much critical hit chance as possible. Now moving on to the gear, I'm going to show you guys what I'm using and what I have rolled on it. I'm not going to go in depth of why I'm using it or anything like that. I'm just going to show you guys my roll. So first up, the chest piece, we're using a rapid chest piece. I do have firearms, skill haze, health, and ammo capacity. It's pretty much the best combination in my opinion. For the mask, we have critical hit chance, firearms, blind/death resistance. Moving on next to the knee pads, we do have firearms, health, disorient resistance, bleed resistance, and damage to elites. You don't really need damage to elites, but it is what it is. For the backpack, we do have a pretty nice health roll with firearms and burn resistance. To the savage gloves, now this is where it gets a bit tricky. You want to find savage gloves with critical hit damage, assault rifle damage, and critical hit chance. Unfortunately, these savage gloves do have a 1158 stamina roll on it. Normally, I would be using more firearms or more electronics if I'm using alpha bridge, but these are the gloves I have to use in order to get 60%, so I have to deal with the stamina. It is what it is. And finally, for the holster, we do have a pretty nice alpha bridge holster with critical hit chance, and that's about it. If I went too fast over a specific gear piece, you can go and rewind the video or anything, but I didn't want to spend like 15 minutes talking about the gear. But the one thing I do want to say is you want to stack into critical hit chance and skill haze as much as possible with this build in order to achieve that goal. So moving on to the character stats, what you guys are all looking for is the critical hit chance. So without my booster shot, without me stacking my adept or anything like that, I'm sitting at 37.50%, which is very good. This is normally what my submachine gun critical hit chance would be at. So what you want to do in order to get 60% critical hit chance is very simple. You have to kind of get used to it if you are playing PvP. In PvE, you can kind of slack off, it's whatever. But in PvP, if you want to get the most out of this build, you have to kind of get used to how to use your abilities and stuff like that. So the first thing you always want to do is pop your pulse. Now you guys will see on the bottom of your grenades or your medkits, whatever, the competent and adept talent symbol will pop up, and whenever that is almost finished, almost disappeared, that's when you want to pop your booster shot so your adept stacks and you can get more critical hit chance. After that is almost done, you want to pop your pulse once again. You will have it 100% if you have this exact build, and as you guys can see, I'm sitting at 60% critical hit chance, which is very good for assault rifles. No matter on what build you're making this, you can do this. You can even go with some machine guns. You probably won't even have to stack that much critical hit chance. You can go with health on the holster, you can go with something like enemy armor damage on the gloves. It's going to be a bit easier, but with assault rifles, if you want this much critical hit chance, This is what you have to do in order to achieve that. So as I said, it's very simple. The only thing you have to get used to is used to popping your abilities in order so Adept can stack on your build and you can achieve that critical hit chance goal. Anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I reply to all my comments. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.